So hi Della, thank you so much for joining me today for this interview at the end of a 7-day writing retreat. And you've been working on a couple of books this week. So just tell us a little bit about what you've been working on.
Yeah, sure. So I came here with two book projects in mind. One was working on a book that's being published next week, which is Air Raids and RAF Days. That's the diaries and letters of my grandfather from World War II. So that's coming out next week on BE Day. And then the second book project was about another family story, World War One this time, a distant cousin who was actually shot for desertion and then later pardoned. Yeah. So it was at the very beginning of that project and I wanted to kind of get going.
Fabulous. And what drew you to the writing retreat?
Well, I think it was really about trying to get some distance and have a really dedicated set of time to work on both of those projects without the usual distractions and excuses that might happen when I'm at home.
And did you get that?
I did, yeah, I really did. I felt like I was able to make a plan. So that was really good at the start of the week. Made a plan about how I was going to structure the week with those two projects in mind because they're quite different and they're quite at different stages. So yeah, making a plan, getting really focused, and yeah, remembering why I'm here, why I'm trying to write.
Fabulous. So, was there anything you got that you didn't expect to get?
Yeah, I think it was the insight into my own behaviours. So I wasn't really expecting that. I was expecting to kind of churn out some words and write some posts and things. But the insight into how I actually work best was really interesting. It turns out I can only write for about 25 minutes before I need to get up or move or change the space. And then working out how I feel was quite an interesting insight into how process of me writing works. Yeah. So I wasn't expecting that.
Fabulous. And what's been your biggest sort of aha or insight moment?
I think by talking to people on the retreat, the other writers and you and Karen as coaches, has helped me really see why I'm doing this and that not everybody has these family stories and this resource, the diaries and the letters from my grandfather. And I feel that it's really given me that sort of sense of inspiration and purpose to think these stories need to be told and that they should be out there. So I kind of come away thinking that's my vision and my purpose for the next year or so.
Fabulous. And if someone was thinking about coming on the writing retreat, what might you say to them?
I would say do it. I would say if you can find the time and the space to give yourself this dedicated piece of time to really think about your book, and I would say it's actually relevant whatever stage of the book writing process you're in. Obviously I've done the two parts this time, start and end, and that's been really useful. I think it could be equally useful if I was doing the editing and typesetting sort of stage with publishers, but yeah, I would say it's just giving yourself that really dedicated time, and it helps you to plan for when you get back as well. So it's not just this 1 week. It's sort of, I feel like it's set me up for success for the next year or so.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing.